Hey guys, it's Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of Narcissistic Women Prey on Beta Males. So, as I was saying, the guy, the beta male, who was married to the narcissistic woman, they ended up having a son. So, she had the daughter from the married man, and she was still sleeping with that married man. She never stopped throughout the entire marriage. And her behavior was disgusting. I remember there was times she would say to me, if my husband wants to sleep with me, he has to pay me. And I said, what do you mean? I said, wait a minute, so y'all don't have sex a lot? She goes, psst, I barely have sex with him. So she would tell me if he wanted sex, he would have to give her money or buy her a pair of shoes or an outfit. So she was even depriving her husband sexually, and he was staying. And this is something that a beta male will do. I'm not saying that people should just abandon their husband and wife, but that's a red flag right there. Ding ding ding. Now your wife or your husband is using tactics against you. They're depriving you from sex. That's not a marriage. That's not a healthy environment, a healthy marriage that you need to be in. And all these crazy things that this woman was doing, and it got to the point where the husband, he worked at night, like 11 to 7 in the morning. And she began to sneak her lover in at night while her husband was at work. Okay, I even heard a story that one time her husband forgot his keys and he had to backtrack and walk home, and she had to hide the lover in the closet. And guess what happened? She ended up getting pregnant by the lover, and was hiding the pregnancy from the husband. And it was easy for her to hide it because she had not had sex with the husband over a year. Okay, she was having sex with other men. So she was pregnant by another man, and it was one of her friends that actually felt bad for him and went to him and told him, your wife is pregnant by another man. And that's the only reason why they got divorced. And you wouldn't believe it. This woman went on and moved to another state and got pregnant with another man's baby. Yes, so she has 4 baby daddies right now. And I'm sure she will continue. Okay? So this woman has moved on to another state. She's terrorizing another state. And this man, he has not developed. He hasn't. He has not entered another relationship. He had to move in with a friend. He is in debt. He's still paying off bills and debt that she left him with. Okay. And his confidence is gone. And he's in a routine. He's on autopilot. He's not living. He's still, of course, hurt from what this woman has done to him. Of course, he would love to move on. But he's just in this rut, in this routine in life right now. And I think they've been divorced for about a good 3 or 4 years now. And he's still stuck, and he hasn't progressed. And this horror has progressed, believe it or not. Yeah, she has 4 kids, but she has progressed in the sense that she's moved on. She's got another job. She's driving. She's, dating toxic men, but living her life. Okay. So these narcissists will go on and leave you high and dry and go live their life with other people. And there will always be somebody who's willing to take their crap. Okay? Because as long as there are people who have no boundaries, as long as there are people who are desperate, as long as there are people who don't love themselves, narcissists will always be winning in that sense. Okay? Of course, spiritually, they're not winning, but I'm just saying they'll be able to progress in this realm, in this world, because there's always going to be people who they can victimize. And it's really sad. It's really sad to see that he's not living and she's moved on. And of course she uses, the children to manipulate him and try to control him, and hold up his money and all this stuff. It's just every tactic you can think. Okay. And of course she's taken his child and moved to a whole another state, so he only gets to see his children, because he considers the married man's child his daughter. He only gets to see his children maybe once a year during the summertime. When she wants to have fun and play, she flies the kids to New York, and she gets to chill for the summer, pretty much. So now he has to co-parent with a narcissist until his child is 18. And this is why we need to keep these boundaries, and why we need to always be working on ourselves, so we don't get caught up with these individuals marrying these demons and having children with these demons. It's sad. I hate it. I even seen my narcissistic stepsister do this to my ex, brother-in-law. And I think he was in maybe his 40s when they got divorced. He's in his 50s now. So it's been like over 10 years. And it took him over 10 years to finally trust a woman. He didn't trust anybody after that. And she moved on. And this is really interesting. My narcissistic stepsister, she got married really young to this very nice guy. And he took her on and took care of her. He's a little older than her. He took her on and took care of her, and she made him feel like he wasn't enough. And that is the narcissistic woman's duty. That's that particular spirit that's on the narcissistic women. That is their duty, to make basically to dismantle the male spirit. Okay, that narcissist, that demon comes into your life. She is there to dismantle you, break you apart. Okay, she's gonna start with your confidence. She's gonna break down your spirit. Okay, I know narcissistic women who will have these men so messed up in the head that they can't even perform sexually anymore after they leave these women. They can't even get an erection because she told them, oh, your penis is not good enough, your sex is not. These men could have been stallions in the bedroom, but because a narcissist convinced them that they weren't good, they couldn't even perform. I know men who left narcissistic women and didn't have sex for years. Couldn't even get an erection because she broke that man down spiritually, sexually, emotionally. This is their duty. They are there to break you down financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. There's some of you who end up getting sick, dying. It's really, really sad to see. But as I was saying, my narcissistic stepsister broke, the brother-in-law's broke him down, broke this man down. It's actually sad because he was a confident person. He wasn't even a beta male. He actually was an alpha male. And she turned an alpha male into a beta male. This is how powerful this narcissistic demon, this spirit really is. This is what it can do to you. This is like, sometimes your type could be a narcissist. Oh, you have this type. I had another friend who married a narcissistic female because he was so into, oh, she's got to be brown skin. She's got to have a big old booty. And you know what happened? All his types, not saying a brown skin, big booty woman is a narcissist. I'm just saying his particular type was always a narcissist in that package. He was always looking for a particular type, not realizing all the women that he was attracting were narcissists. They were in that package. Sometimes your type is narcissistic. I used to be attracted to narcissistic men. I used to be. Because I was raised by a narcissist. So that energy, when I saw that man who, who was always on top, who drove the nicest car, or, who seemed perfect, who had a degree, who had the latest fashion on, they usually turned out to be a narcissist or controlling. It's sad to say, not everybody who has that, description, they're narcissists, but these particular individuals ended up being narcissistic. I was always looking for the package that I saw my narcissistic stepfather in. Yeah. But going back to the story, I know I'm a woman, too many details. Going back to the story, how that ended with my narcissistic stepsister. She broke that man down. And this is really crazy. The entire time, they were married for 10 years. The entire time the narcissistic stepsister was married to my brother-in-law, they had 7 miscarriages together. And then she cheated on him with a man in the same city and got pregnant. And they ended up having, I think, 2 or 3 kids. I haven't seen her or spoken to her, so I don't know how many kids this woman has now. And the brother-in-law would say to me, I don't understand. Why didn't God allow our babies to live? And I'm like, you were protected. That was God's protection. Could you imagine? 7 times, 7 babies, 7 babies. She had 7 miscarriages with my brother-in-law. God protected him for him not having a child with a demon. That to me, that's powerful. I really was always fascinated by that, and she became another man's problem. He had no business sleeping with a married woman. Then look at him. Now he got 2, 3 kids with a narcissist, So you got to be very careful. Sometimes your type is narcissistic. And I just seen so many of this. I know of another guy. This woman, I mean, she came in with 2 children. Like I said, y'all Captain Save-A-Hole. She came in with 2 children already. Then they ended up having, a child together, 2 children together. And she didn't have to work. And he took care of everything. He moved her out of New York. He moved her into the country. And she slept with everybody in church, everybody in the neighborhood, everybody at her job. He made it so easy for her. And he kept her on that pedestal. That's what, you can't do that. Just because somebody fine don't mean that demons don't come fine. Demons are usually good looking. Most of the narcissistic men I've dealt with or, dated or slept with were very good looking men. Very good looking men. Even sometimes I'm like, how did I catch him? Very good looking. So Satan comes as everything you want. As everything you want. And even slept with his brother, and that killed him. I watched that man. It took him 15 years. You see what I'm trying to say? It took that man 15 years to recover. And I'm sorry to say, God rest his soul. After 15 years of holding on, and I really believe like all of that stress created his cancer. Just like my mother went through the same thing. I always felt like what the narcissistic stepfather did to my mom created her cancer. And sad to say, that man, he finally did move on. He did meet a beautiful woman. He did get married, but he died 2 years into their marriage of cancer. Y'all don't want to end up like that. Y'all don't want to end up sleeping on your friend's couch, dying of cancer, being so cold for 10 years that you can't love anymore. You don't want that. Who you think made, what was I was trying to tell me before, in the past, men going their own way. That's not alpha males. Those are beta males who are trying to stand up finally and go against women. They don't need to go against women. You know what it is? Beta males, y'all chasing narcissistic women. Y'all going after the woman that don't want you. Because you don't love yourself enough. That's what's going on. Y'all up against women, but y'all up against toxic women. Y'all not going after the woman that wants you, that you can get, that you have access to. That's not going to give you a hard time. It's beta males who started that men going their own way. Y'all going your own way because y'all busy chasing narcissistic women who don't want y'all. And I get it. We're human. We all want what we can't have. But why would you want to love somebody who can't love you back? It's not a game. It's not a competition. Hearts, love, that should never be a competition. That should come, flow, and be free. I've been seeing a quote lately. Anything that's for you won't come toxic. I love that. I would tattoo that on me. Anything that's for you won't come toxic. It will not. It will not. So stop chasing, stop blaming, and step your game up. Step your heart game up. Step your emotional game up. Step your confidence up. I'm still working on myself too, okay? But I'm proud to say that I haven't been attracting narcissists. I have been attracting some people who are emotionally unavailable, but they're not narcissistic, so I still have work to do as well. There's nothing wrong with being a beta, but you got to protect yourself. You have to put up boundaries. You have to work on your confidence and your self-love, because these women will take everything you have. They're coming for you. They're coming and they're fine. These women, they have the nice body. They be having the nice little waist, the big old booty, the big titties, all that. They be fine. And don't fall for it. They suckers. They come in to drain you, and then they're going to leave you. They will come. It don't matter. They black, they white, they Latina. It don't matter what they come. They come in all forms. And you have to protect yourself. So when you see them coming, you'll know better. Because I'm tired of seeing... It really breaks my heart to see men like this. And then they think that there are no good women out there, or all these women playing games. It's just the same way women say, oh, men ain't shit, women ain't shit. No. Toxic women ain't shit. Toxic men ain't shit. Stop going after toxic people, and you won't have these issues. All right, beta males. I hope this information helped you. Good luck on your search. Good luck on your journey. Build your confidence up. I'll talk to you soon. Peace and blessings. God bless everybody.